Marla Maples, the former wife of Donald Trump, has lived a life filled with public scrutiny, media attacks, and endless speculation. For years, she has remained relatively private, largely staying out of the public spotlight after her divorce from the former president. However, Marla's latest appearance on a popular talk show has turned into a viral moment that left viewers in shock and awe. When a well-known TV host attempted to attack her with pointed questions, Marla, with calmness and confidence, shut him down instantly, leaving the audience and social media buzzing. The talk show started as most do, with pleasantries and introductions, but it didn't take long for the host to steer the conversation into more contentious waters. Marla had agreed to appear on the show to promote a new project she's been working on, but the host, known for his controversial and often confrontational style, wasn't interested in hearing about Marla's latest work. Instead, he quickly dove into questions about her past, particularly her relationship with Donald Trump, and her role in the media circus that followed their marriage and subsequent divorce. The first sign that this wasn't going to be a typical interview came when the host asked about Marla's relationship with Trump during his presidential campaign. "You've been with Donald Trump for a significant portion of his life," the host said. "Do you think it's hard for women to separate themselves from the shadow of someone like him, especially now that he's president?" The question was loaded with implications, a subtle attempt to undermine her independence by associating her identity solely with her ex-husband's political career. What followed, however, was a response that left the audience speechless. Marla, sitting confidently on the couch, looked directly at the host, her eyes sharp and unflinching. "I think it's hard for anyone to be defined by the actions of someone else," she responded, her tone calm but assertive. "I've always made my own choices, and I've never relied on anyone's identity to define who I am." The host seemed momentarily taken aback, but quickly tried to push the conversation in the direction of her past marriage to Trump, hoping to get a more dramatic response. But Marla wasn't done. With a calm and composed smile, she leaned forward slightly and said, "You know, it's interesting. You keep asking about him, but we're talking about me here. My life, my experiences, and the work I've been doing. I think it's time we focus on that. How about we talk about my new projects instead of my past?" The directness in her response caught everyone off guard, and the room fell into an uncomfortable silence. The host, seemingly embarrassed by the moment, attempted to regain control, but Marla wasn't having it. She cut him off again, not allowing the interview to go in the direction he hoped. "You see, there's a problem with how the media wants to pigeonhole women," she continued, her voice firm and passionate. "They want to keep pushing us into boxes. They want to define us by who we were married to or what we've been through. But that's not the full picture. We're more than that." With that, she stunned the host once again. His expression shifted from one of confrontation to a look of mild shock as he realized he had underestimated Marla. She wasn't going to let him use her past as a punchline or a way to undermine her. "So," Marla said, smoothly changing the subject, "let's talk about where I am now. Let's talk about what I'm doing with my life." The audience, who had been silently watching this tense exchange, erupted into applause. It was clear that Marla had taken control of the situation, shifting the focus away from her ex-husband and towards herself. The host, realizing his line of questioning had fallen flat, awkwardly nodded and quickly moved on to other topics. But the shocking part of this interview didn't end with just one exchange. After the host tried a few more times to provoke Marla into discussing her past, she shut him down each time with grace and strength. It was a masterclass in maintaining composure under pressure, and her ability to maintain control of the conversation left the audience in awe. No matter how hard the host tried to undermine her, Marla remained unfazed, each response more poised than the last. The final moment of the interview was the most jaw-dropping. As the host tried once more to ask about her ex-husband, she looked at him directly and said, "I've spent years living in the shadow of someone else's narrative. Today, I'm defining myself. I don't need anyone else's story to make mine worthwhile." This statement was not just about her past with Donald Trump. It was a declaration of independence, a statement that she had moved on, grown, and wasn't interested in being defined by anyone but herself. The audience was left speechless. The interview that was supposed to be about her past had turned into a powerful statement about taking control of your narrative. Marla Maples had proven in that moment that she was more than just the ex-wife of a former president. She was her own person with her own story to tell. The clip from the interview quickly went viral, with fans praising Marla for her strength, confidence, and refusal to be reduced to a footnote in someone else's story. On social media, people celebrated her for standing up not just for herself, but for all women who have been labeled, diminished, or misunderstood by the media. "Marla Maples is a queen," one Twitter user wrote. Her response was legendary. Others applauded her for shutting down the host's line of questioning with such poise, calling it one of the most powerful moments in television history. In the days that followed, Marla continued to receive praise for her powerful interview. Her message of self-empowerment resonated with many, and she was invited to share her perspective on various platforms, discussing how she overcame the challenges she faced in the public eye and what it means to truly take control of your own story. This unexpected moment of strength from Marla Maples has not only redefined her public image, but also sent a message to the world that she is a force to be reckoned with. She is no longer just someone living in the shadow of someone else's legacy. She has her own story, her own voice, and is ready to define her own future. What do you think about Marla Maples? Bold response? Did she handle the situation with grace? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more powerful updates on Marla Maples and other incredible stories.